Hello everyone, welcome back to our Maya series with our elk model. We've got some texture going on our model from the last lesson. We're going to go ahead and finish that up this lesson. So we'll go ahead and take care of the shirt. That's the only thing that's left from our clothing set. So let's go ahead and delete the history. And we're going to continue using our bonus tool here. Let's go ahead and enter that UV editing, auto unwrap. Go ahead and enter tool and close. Okay. I'm going to isolate this because I know that it's got that thickness going on, so I'm going to have to make a seam on it for it to be cut. There we go. Okay, that should be good. Go ahead and add borders. So now that should cut that apart. We may need a border here as well. Let's go ahead and throw one there. Okay. And we'll also throw one there. I think that now I can take it from there. So we'll go ahead and hit continue. Okay, we're happy with that, so let's go ahead and hit done. So the UVs are spread out nicely. Let's go ahead and take it off isolate now. Okay, so now we need to apply the texture to this guy. So we're going to get ourselves a new shader for it. Just create ourselves another Lambert. Drag and drop that one on there. Call this one shirt. Somebody does not want me attaching my new shader into it, so I'm just going to get rid of the old one. Just attach to that one. There we go. Sometimes there's a couple little buggy things with the auto unwrap, but not enough so to make me not want to use it. Alright, so now that this is done, we can go ahead and jump into our 3D paint tool. So back to rendering, go render, texturing 3D paint tool. From here, we just need to go back down to assign edit textures. This is fine. Go ahead and assign edit. And now we're good to paint. So color that I'm going to use this time for the center. Let's see here. Let's just try and see how that yellow looks. So we'll go with colors, and I'll just do a little sample. Take that color there, and let's see how that looks when we paint it. Might be a little bit weird, but just give it a go. If you want to get it all the way in here, you can also do kind of one of these. Just do flood paint, and I'll flood it all that same color. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Let me see if I can get a different sample though. Let's see if alright, let's try that. It's a little bit of a different tinge. Okay, that looks good. I'm happy with that. Okay. I just want to toy with this just for a second, see what happens. I throw a little bit of skin color, and let's see what happens if we introduce a little bit of let's find where like the happy medium between these two is. Probably somewhere in here. Turn opacity down to 17%. Maybe less. Basically, I want to just kind of like give her a little bit of blush in her cheeks there. That's a little bit better. Okay, I can live with that. I just want to toy with that for a second. Alright, so let's go ahead and take care of the hair now. So all the hair should have the same UV set, so let's just double check that. Panels, panel, UV texture editor. Okay, so that's like that. It's like that. So the front bangs are a little bit different. Okay, so just the front bangs I gotta deal with. That's gonna be a little bit different. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this one. All right, and really, is what I could do is just do one, and then use the other one to mimic, and just move the UV set to its location. So that probably would be what I'm going to do. So we're going to do polygons. That way I don't have to do two different paintings. UV snapshot. It's important that this stays above 2K. Let's do 23.8, and let's put this doing elf. We're going to do source images. We'll do elf. Okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of other ones in there. I've done this before, so I'm just kind of going through the motions a little bit. Alright, so go ahead and hit OK. Now let's go ahead and jump into Photoshop because we're good to go here. Okay, we're going to go to File and Open. Okay, so here it is. It's really light, it's hard to see. We can darken that up. We'll just double click on our layer. That'll open up our effects, and we're going to turn on satin, and I'm sorry, not satin. Let's turn in stroke. That's the one I want. Okay. Alright, so this tells me where my painting needs to occur. So I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and create ourselves a new layer. I'm going to call this one hair. Oops. I just need to call it hair. Come on. Let me rename you. There we go. Don't want to accidentally click on the UV set, so I'll make sure I'm painting on that layer. Okay. Alright, so paintbrush. Remember, this is a 2K map, so it's going to be kind of big. Let's do something down here. Make sure the size is up about like that. And hardness, let's bump that up to about like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this out there that I am not a Photoshop artist or amazing at doing hair either. I'm just using this as a demo. So for those of you who are awesome at hair, this is your time to shine. Anyone else who wants to learn to do hair, there are plenty of other places on YouTube that you can learn to do hair. I'm just not going to try to say I am something that I'm not. Let's see here. Try to find a brush that will work for me. There we go. Do that. Just kind of make some hairs. And yes, this is a very time-consuming process to make yourself a good hair array. Good thing we only have to do one little clump here. Alright. So when you're doing this, it's important that you don't run up against the border. If you do, it breaks the illusion of your alpha layer, because then your hair disappears off of it. And if you go all the way down to the end, same kind of deal. It makes it to where the viewers can now see that it's really the shape of the polygon, not the alpha layer. So do your best just to stay away from it if you can. And switch up the color here a little bit. Just throw a little bit of blue in there. Alright, we're almost there. I know it just looks like a bunch of squiggly lines here, but it is a little bit more than that. Alright, here we go. Okay, so there we go. I think this will probably do it for this purpose. I might go ahead and do a little bit of smudging just to, no, not quite that much. And then I'll go back and just do a little bit more with the brush over the top of it. Okay, that'll do. Now the trick here is that you want to make sure that your alpha layer, meaning that the transparency in the back, is retained as you bring this back to Maya. So we're going to turn the visibility off on the quads behind it, and we're going to turn on transparency. So to do that, we're going to go to lock this layer. Okay, and from here we can preserve the transparency. So now I can save this out for well, and this looks a little bit blurry, so I'm going to actually add a few more strokes in here. Turn this off for a second. Oh, I already locked it, so it's not going to let me. There we go. Sorry, just some of it was kind of bugging me when I took the grid off. All right, sorry. Now I'm back to it. Let's go ahead and just lock this. That'll preserve our transparency. We're going to go ahead and save this out. So save scene as. We're going to do PNG. So there we go. Save that. Sure, that'll be fine. Okay, so it's saved out. Let's go ahead and jump back into Maya. Okay, so now we need to create a couple hair shaders for our hair, maybe just one actually. We'll just move our UVs around to accommodate for our transparency. So we'll create another Lambert. Call this one hair. Okay, and underneath the color attribute, we'll just go ahead and pull in that texture file. So folder and okay, so there's that texture. It's been brought in. Let's go ahead and send that texture in. So we'll go to, let's just select all this hair in here. Okay, just to make sure that Lambert or that texture is lining up. Okay, so let's first assign it to this one here because I know this one was in the right place. And then we'll go and deal with the other one because that's going to take a little bit longer. So let's go to the color attribute again. Actually, you know what? We don't have to do that. We just have to go to assign to existing materials and to hair. There we go. Looks like I actually got these all reversed on accident. And it also looks like the shader doesn't have the transparency. Let's go ahead and pull that in too. There we go. Okay, so the transparency came in. You saw all the hair disappears just because that was all assigned to it too, and the transparency rate all vanished. So don't worry about that. It'll come back. Go ahead and assign this one to assign to existing material, and we'll go with hair. There we go. There we go. Now I just got to take all these hairs at the same time, so we'll just do all these hairs minus that one. And minus these ones, just the round ones. And minus the eye. Okay, there we go. So now we're going to go to shell mode. We'll select all the shells, and we're just going to rotate them. So we'll just do there we go. Now the hair is all rotated in the right direction. Now let's go ahead and also bring back the other hair. So all this extra hair is hiding because it's where it's not supposed to be. Let's just do one of these, I guess. Get rid of that. Deselect all these guys. Okay, I think that will work. Let's go ahead and check. We're going to go to turn this off again, and we're going to go to shell mode. So we'll just select all of them in shell mode. And we'll turn the texture back on. And this time we'll just pop this over on top of this guy. Okay. Not bad. I think that needs to be rotated though. Let's go ahead and try rotating it. Yeah, there we go. So now the back part there is all off. Good. Alright, so there we go. That's pretty decent. Here's all covered. Our head's all covered, primarily. There's still some spots in here that need some work, so let's go ahead and just populate those areas in. It'll duplicate this one and so you move the pivot on it again. Just got one little bald spot to deal with here. Okay, that handles it. May as well go ahead and take this opportunity to kind of also fill in some of the bald spots that where the hair isn't going to quite cover. Not with hair, but just by painting it back in. So just going to isolate this guy. I'm going to go back to my 3D paintbrush, and this time I'm going to paint it a little bit darker. We're going to go with something along those lines. A little too much. It needs to be a little bit darker too, though. Okay, let's turn the X-ray back off. Alright, that helps fill in some of it. That's good. I'm happy with that. Okay. Now, you can be as creative as you want here with the eyes. Do UV maps for the eyes if you want to, but I'm going to keep it simple for this lesson. I'm just going to create a couple different shaders and just use those to color the eyes. So I'll just go to hyper shade, and I'll just use a Fong, 2 Fongs. One's going to be white, and the other one will be black. So then I'll just grab pupil in here and say that's going to be this color. And everything else I can do this one. And then here, okay, there we go. She's fully textured now, ready for rigging. Okay, guys, so thanks for watching this series. The next portion of the series I'm going to pick up with is going to be rigging the elf. So see you guys in the next lesson. Thanks for watching.